Just waiting for a few people to come online. It's lovely to be here again. A whole month I've been here now. I feel like celebrating. Lovely to connect with you all today. What I'm going to do is, while I wait for people to come on, I'm just going to, hi, as I start seeing people come on. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Amy. Hi. Hi. But what I'm going to do whilst people start coming on, I'm just going to read you. I'm just going to pull a positive affirmation card. I've been doing positive affirmation cards for everyone that's sort of been following my Instagram or Facebook, and it's just it's a positive affirmation challenge. And so what it is to change your way of thinking, especially when you get up in the morning. Instead of thinking negative thoughts or looking in the mirror and thinking, oh, it's all about starting your day with love for yourself. Okay, so every day there's some positive affirmations just to make your life a bit easier, and so you live more in peace with yourself and just more at one. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to, as I say, while people are coming on, I'm just pulling this card, and this is today's positive affirmation or power word. Okay, so this is, I let go of all expectations. I let go of all expectations. I flow freely and lovingly with life. I love myself and know that only good things await me at every turn. Sorry, I'm watching everyone come on. So I let go of all expectations. I flow freely and lovingly with life. I love myself and know that only good things await me at every turn. So this is day 7. If you would like to follow for the next month the daily affirmations, and it's a challenge to see how you can change your thoughts, and if you do keep a bit of a journal to see how it changes you and how you think about yourself and how you feel towards life, if you feel more positive with these daily affirmations. Okay, so you can click on the top. I've added the link to my YouTube channel. Okay, lovely. So what I've done, first of all, what I'm going to do is to start off with some general readings. I've got angel cards this week, and I've got some Alice in Wonderland cards. I've got the Alice in Wonderland Oracle, and I have the messages from your angels. So what I'm going to do first of all is just start a few. I'm going to pick 5 angel cards. I'm not going to spend too long on the general reading because I know you all would like readings as well. So I'm just going to try and do a little bit of everything. So first of all, I'm going to pick 5 angel cards. So if you'd like to just take a breath and ask your angels to come in and guide you towards the card that has a message for you. Okay. And here we have, so think of a question, think of what you need in your life, and as I say, ask your angels to come in. So first of all, for those that have chosen card number 1, so Andrea, yes, definitely you have an angel card. What I'm going to do first of all, sorry, I just see people coming on. I've got angel cards. I'm just going to do a general reading first of all with angel cards. Pick a number between 1 and 5 and ask your angels to come in to guide you. So if you've chosen card number 1, I have Isabella. Yes, the timing is right for you. So the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. So this is telling you that whatever your question or whatever the issue that you had in your mind when you were asking, looking for some insight, is that yes, the timing is right. So if you've been hanging around, you now have the sign from the universe or your angels to say that yes. And so it's all going to start happening now because there is going to be a positive outcome. Okay, so also, I feel this is sort of saying, and now it's time to calm your monkey mind that we all seem to have when we start worrying about things, and just let it flow and let things take off, because the angels and divine timing are taking care of things. Okay. And if you've chosen card number 2, for your angels, this is Teresa. And she's saying, time out. You've been so busy taking care of everybody else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. Okay, so sometimes a lot of us are so busy, especially with empaths, mums, parents, or just we have families or work or friends. We can sometimes give so much time and energy that then there's actually nothing left to feed our souls. So this is saying, you've done enough. Maybe it's been with perhaps the atmosphere of the world during this crisis, and everyone's like, busy bee, taking care of everyone. And this is saying that's enough now. That's enough. Slow down, time out, and it's time for you to start taking some care of yourself. Okay? And card number 3 for the angel cards, we have Grace and Antoinette. To help heal this situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. So if you've been having an argument, or you've been judging or not understanding a situation, this is sort of saying for peace for yourself, then the best way forward during this situation is for you just to start seeing the other person's point of view with compassion. So sometimes it is just time to listen and sit back and maybe not react, practice the pause. And that way you don't judge quickly, or you don't say the wrong thing, and you can just sort of then perhaps start to understand, because not everyone can deal with life as well as you or in the same way as you. So sometimes compassion is needed, and understanding, because everybody takes, you can be going through the same situation, but people simulate it differently. So sometimes you do need more compassion and just to understand it from their point of view. Okay. And then card number 4. Card number 4 is Maya. Schooling, studying and education helps your life purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with that process. So this is a very interesting card, because I feel what it's saying to you, maybe you've had some time to think lately about what you want to do and where you're going. And so this is opening up and saying that maybe you need to study some more things. I personally feel that sometimes there's so much emphasis on learning academical subjects at school and in life. We have to learn to do a job, learn to do things, but sometimes we don't actually learn how to take care of ourselves. And how to get out, of the stressful situations we're put in. So we're taught how to work hard, or we're taught how to do so many things. But when it then comes down to looking after ourselves, or just to how to get through life, it's very difficult. So this may mean maybe coming into your life just to suggest that you may need to study some spiritual care, to do some mindfulness, to learn some different ways to take in the stress and strains and the heaviness of what can be going on in your life right now. So I do feel that this is a really good way. It can also be towards your own personal growth, or it can be just studying to improve your career or your job prospects. So you can take that card in quite a few ways. If you are interested in having some because this is all about sort of taking care of yourself as well, like card number 1, the time out. On my YouTube channel, there is a section on spiritual self-care, and it just brings in some, in fact, it was what I was going to do on Sunday. There was an expo. I don't know whether anybody saw it, but I was supposed to do this speech about, or this sort of sharing some knowledge about spiritual self-care, but the time just got away, and so I never did. But please pop on there and have a listen to spiritual self-care, because that will help you if you have been feeling tired or you're looking for your purpose. It helps you slow down and listen to yourself. Okay, so if you've chosen card number 5, card number 5 is saying it's desire. It's sort of saying that no, conditions aren't right now to do what you need to do. Okay, so this isn't actually a negative card. The word no, sometimes we all feel, oh God, they've said no, it's negative, it's not good. But it's not saying this. It's saying that conditions aren't favorable right now, but if you wait or look at other options, or perhaps look at them in different ways, ask the angels to help guide and comfort you, and then things will move. Okay, so I feel that this is about just taking some time out. So a no doesn't have to be negative. It's sort of about saying, take some time, don't rush at things. The universe has a plan, trust in it, and don't try and force it. Sometimes we want stuff so much that we try too hard and work too hard, and it's actually really draining. But this is saying, take that time out and just look at things a little bit differently. Meditate on it and let go of it a little bit. Sometimes we can't control everything. We have to just see what the universe brings in, because when we've sent our wants, our desires, our thoughts out, the universe is listening, and sometimes when we force things too much, we actually block it. So it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It just means that perhaps not now. It isn't good. Some people have said to me, in fact, last week, oh, I'm not getting the business I want. I'm not getting the business I want, but I'm really tired. Or I've got so much to do at home, because they've been working at home. And you say, well, yeah, the business isn't going to come in because you're putting so much energy into other things. You won't have the energy to do the work. It doesn't mean to say it's not going to come in. It just means you have to wait a little bit for other things in your life, for the natural flow of life to get back to what it's supposed to be, or what it needs to be to accept this. Okay. So what I've done this week, because I'm just doing the general reading quite quickly, and I am going to come to some questions in a little bit, but what I'm just going to first do is I felt really guided to come on with the Angel Oracle, with the Alice in Wonderland oracles. So if you would just like to ask, I'm going to do 5 cards. So if you would just like to take a deep breath again and ask for some information through Alice, some guidance through Alice, because this comes through differently. The angel energy is very light and angel-like, and Alice is a little bit more quirky energy. Yes, Nadia, I love the angel cards. I do as well, because sometimes tarot, when I do a general reading, it's quite heavy energy. The tarots I always find are very serious cards. They're fantastic for looking at readings, but for just a quick general reading, especially for people that catch the replay, it's really nice to have the angel energy. And now we go on to Alice. Okay, so if you'd like a little message from quirky Alice, who always looks quite grumpy. In fact, I've pulled the cards and they're looking quite serious and spoiled today. So if you'd like to pick a card from 1 to 5, and then I shall just pick them out for you, and then we'll get on to your readings. Okay, so if you've chosen card number 1, this is all about keeping up and advancing. So this is actually, I feel, saying to you now that the time's right to move. We've just been looking at some people sort of saying the time isn't right. I feel that now this is saying it's now time. You've had your rest period. You may have had the time to look at things in a different way. Patricia, this is your card now. So this is saying, you may have had some time out, some time to think about things. And this is now saying, to go forward. I'm also really drawn to the color blue, so I feel that this has been very a time where you can now start communicating better, and there's a lot of healing energy coming in. So I do feel it's now time to get up and do things. It's all about, you know, putting more effort in, or immersing effort, not necessarily more, but it's putting that effort in so you start going forward. So if you haven't been feeling well, this is the time where you can now start your healing journey. If you've not been communicating well, it's a time where communication is really going to start improving, but you do have to put some effort into this. But it's also, if you've got a plan. She's got such beautiful eyes. This is like, yeah, it's time to focus those eyes on the plan that you want to happen. So start making the plan to move forward, and you'll find the universe will start synchronizing those efforts for you. They start putting into motion the plans that need to come about. Okay. I'll come to your questions in a little bit. So I'm just going to go on to another couple of cards with Alice, and then I'll come to your question. So do stay on, Johnny, because I'm quite interested in your question as well. Right, so card number 2. So card number 2. I want to be a queen. So start your sovereignate and declare freedom, and you may pass the test. So I feel this card is all about accepting your energy. I find that, you know, some people, you know, we tend to give out so much to others. I feel we do sometimes try too hard about so many things. And we can also bend to other people, that what they want, how they want us to be, and or if we're not bending, some people rub us up the wrong way. So we actually become more inflexible because I'm not going to do it that way. I don't want to do that. And you know, so there's some sort of this energy exchange that happens. And so this is all about sort of sitting in your power, finding out what you really want to do, and then, you know, be the queen or the king, you know, whatever it is, you know, that in your energy you want to do. But I do feel it's about putting some rules down and sort of standing up into your power, maybe looking at your boundaries, making sure that you have your boundaries in set, so you're not giving out too much. You know, there is this balance. It's also about passing a test. So if people have some tests, some exams going on, you know, it's really good news. A big smile on the cat there, bit of an evil smile, but there is a smile there. Okay, card number 3. Set your course. Know where you wish to go and have a plan in the right direction. This also came up, I'm sure I've got a couple of cards that came up here last week. So this is card number 3. Set your course. So this is sort of saying, and she looks in a right grump there, so things aren't going my way. But I feel this is sort of saying is unless you state what you really want to people as well, because as I say, she looks like she's really, I'm fed up. But it feels like that Alice hasn't actually told anyone what she wanted, and now that it's been denied to her, she's in a sulk. But this, I feel, is sort of saying, communicate to people what you want. You know, not everyone's psychic and doesn't know what you want. So this is saying, communicate exactly what you want so people know what it is you're about, but also, you know, have a plan so you're going in the right direction. And once you put that plan in place, you also, I feel, it makes that it resonates with other people. So once they know what you want and what you're about, they'll either like you, won't like you, help you or not, but at least you've got a direct plan. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you if you chose card number 3. Okay, card number 4. Who in the world are you? So this is getting to know the new you. Do you know what? I'm sure some of these cards came up last week, but it's obviously the energy is still around. I do feel that this is because we are going through, I feel with the universe and the planetary movement, we're going through a huge awakening. I feel that, and I don't know how it is in Australia and many other parts of the world, because I must admit I don't watch the news very much, because I find it too overwhelming at the moment. So what I've got is, with this, I feel that there's a lot of changes that have gone on, and they've all affected us personally. We're now no longer, or in lots of people's cases, we're no longer working the way we were, doing the things we were doing. So things have changed, and I feel that it's also changed perhaps the priorities that we have in life. So I feel this card is sort of saying, get to know the new you. Who are you? What is it you want? The other card is also, it's very similar to set your course. It's saying, what is it? What are you about now? Ask yourself what makes you happy and what you want to do and how you want to go through in the future. So who in the world are you? Get to know the new you. Getting to know yourself is great, because once you start to think, okay, I really don't want that anymore. It's like going in your wardrobe and thinking, oh God, that skirt, I did it this morning, that skirt's just a bit too short now. But it is getting the new you. We change, we evolve, we develop, and then you have to get to know yourself, what you want to do, what you like, what you don't like. So there's that sort of energy around it, and once you take some time out to getting to know yourself, you will bring in things that suit and resonate with the new you. Okay, and then we have card number 5. Do not drink poison. Do not do things are bad for you. So this is all about sort of doing things that are, again, in your spiritual self-care, doing things that you just know are right for you. So again, have a pop into the YouTube thing all about self-care, the links above. But I think this is sort of about moving and avoiding toxic relationships. If you find that you're in a relationship that's toxic, it doesn't have to be with your partner, it can be with family, friends, work, co-mates, co-workers. It can be with lots of different, we've all got loads of different relationships, or it could even be with your past. I feel this is sort of saying it's time to detox these relationships and distance yourself from them, or feel and handle them differently. Okay, but it's also, when you know something's bad for you, or visiting them or picking up the phone to them or talking to that person makes you feel bad, it's either time to sort of get those people out your life if you can, or if not, protect your energy so they're not affecting you so much, and then try and see it, take it differently. If you can't control the situation, control how you feel about it. That's the message that keeps coming through on that card. So I hope that's made sense to you, for those that are watching, or watching on playback, or watching the replay. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, so I'm going to put Alice back down now. So thank you for listening to that, and I'll put the angel cards away. What I'm going to do is now I'm going to take some questions for... if you have any questions, please put them on. What happens now, though, is the comments go all the way up, so I can't see them now on the screen. I'm going to scroll back to one person who I think's on, because I did say for them to stay. But for anybody else that's still on, as soon as I finish these questions, please start messaging and commenting, and then because the screen will move and I can go to your comment. Because I know that since we've started, a few people have moved off and others have come back in. So, but if you have a question, have a little time to think about your question. Take a deep breath. Ask for some insight and guidance to be channeled from your spirit guides through mine, and we shall have a look and see what comes through. Okay, so Johnny Retro, I presume you're still on. If you'd just like to give me some thumbs up or something, or even a heart. Okay, may I ask how my investment in medical marijuana, will it be a successful investment? Okay, John, let's see what comes up behind this. Okay. Right. Right, first of all, I do feel it will be successful. You know, I feel this has been a good opportunity. Maybe the energy around it has been feeling a bit rough lately. That may be because, again, of the world stock markets or the spending, but it does feel like you're coming through with a good investment here. I have with you that it is a good investment. I have that the fears you may have around it are unfounded. So I do feel it's sort of time for you to sit back on it, and it will be successful. I don't feel it's a get rich quick scheme. I feel it's sort of you get in what you get back, you put in what you get back. There's that sort of flow around it. I hope, does that answer your question? Let me just see if there's anything else coming up. Is there anything you can, is there anything else you need to know? How successful? Sorry, I've used coconut oil this morning and it means that everything's sticking to me. Let me just see what comes up over your investment. Is there anything else you need to know? And how successful will this be? Okay, what I do feel again is that, are you feeling quite fearful around this investment at the moment, Johnny? Are you on? Can I speak to you? Where are you? So because this card has come up twice, so I don't know whether you're there, but this card signifies perhaps insecurities. And so it's not so much about the investment, it's about the energy you're putting in. So what I feel on this is that everything we do we put our energy in. So if I come on here and my energy isn't uplifted, or I don't expect anyone to come on, or I feel I'm going to fail, when I come on, that energy will transmit to you. When you do something, it's like they say, a bitter baker bakes a bitter cake, because everything we do has energy in. So I feel, oh yes, so you are on. So what I feel for you is to have some time to meditate on it and trust in it, because I do feel that with the Wheel of Fortune coming in, that it is a good investment. It will turn round and it will be good. What you also need to do is perhaps I don't know whether you've read about the law of attraction and The Secret and things like that, but I feel that that's what you need to sort of look into a little bit, because what I'm picking up on, again, these two cards come in sort of, and I feel it's this energy that's unfounded and insecurity. So it's almost like sitting there and sending the business powerful energy, healing energy, believing in it and feeling in it. Okay, so and that will help it, maybe help speed things up and improve the investment, because what tends to happen, especially with financial crises that are going on around the world, we may think that, oh, that's going to happen to me. So you sort of put in that negative energy on the business instead of uplifting it. So let me just see if there's anything else coming through. I do feel it is going to be good. Again, this is the King of Wands. It's all about making magic happen to you, happen for you, manifesting the future that you want. So do work on it, because I do feel it is going to be a strong investment. I feel it's been a good opportunity, but wait it out and don't let anything else, any other vibes put you off. Keep focused on the success of it. Yeah, I do have that and I do feel drawn to saying, because I've also got intuition, so I feel that, so will this be a financial success for you? And I feel a yes. Okay, so I do feel, slow down and don't expect that speed, but do know that it will happen. So put the energy you put in when you first invested, because I feel you were intuitive around it, you followed your gut feeling, and this is sort of saying, well, trust that feeling, keep going with, it's like, even though things have changed, that feeling you had about the investment and your result, they're still up here. That's not changed. Just because there's a load of shit going down in the world, it's not going to affect it. In fact, for medical marijuana right now, with a lot of people going through stress times, I don't know whether that's what it's going to be used for, but I think the sales will even increase with this, what's happened, and people looking for more natural remedies. So I do feel it's positive for you. Okay, hope that's answered your question. Okay, right, what I'm going to do is, okay, since 2017, yes, so now you want your investment back. Yeah, okay, well, I hope that answers you. What I do have when I ask that, it just sort of says, sit back and wait. It is sort of sitting and waiting for the transformation. Okay, right. Hi, Debbie Taylor. So anyone else that's left on who's got a question, please put it in the comments. Because I lose a lot of comments as I go through. So I have put my teeth in, right. I have Debbie Taylor. Hi, Debbie Taylor. Are you still on? Can you give me some thumbs up if you're there, or some hearts, or whatever it is that's there? So Debbie Taylor, are you still on? Yes, you're there. Brilliant. Okay, so I would be grateful for anything on love, career, and health. Okay, first of all, let's look. Love, and love, career, and health. Right, okay, first of all, I feel that, love-wise, it feels like it's a time, I really just feel like saying slow down, don't want to rush things, don't feel you have to be in a hurry, you can't hurry love. I've got my spirit guide sing to me. But so the sense saying, don't hurry things. I feel new love coming into your life. So are you single right now, Debbie? Because I do feel new love coming in. If it isn't, oh, Johnny Retro, it makes a lot of sense. Good, I'm glad you could take that. So Debbie, I feel that, if I feel you're single now, if you're not, I do feel there's going to be some new love coming into your life as it is now. So I do feel it's, right, so I do feel it is going to happen for you, but I feel before this happens, it almost feels like you have to get over some things, because I feel that you've been through some hurt, pain, and a loss lately. And what this has happened to you is, it's dipped your energy with everything that's going on in your life, actually, with love, career, I forget the questions now, I'll have to look back, I've got them down here, work, and okay, single 30 years. What I have is that because right now it seems that you're getting over this loss and sadness and in several areas of your life, and I feel that this may have actually caused you to get out of your center. So the vibration around you is one of perhaps being a bit tired, and I do feel you really need to have some healing for yourself. this is, sorry, I don't mean to say you need to go out and do it. What it is sort of that connection. Again, have a look on my YouTube channel. There's a little section about health or self-care, that's what it's called, and it is all about sort of making sure you take time for yourself, to ground yourself, to be out in nature, to look after yourself, journal about feelings that may be pent up and blocking emotions, because I feel these blocked emotions perhaps are causing some anxiety. I don't know if you've got a bit of insomnia or anxiety or disrupted sleep. I do feel that sort of energy around it. Okay, so I feel it's a little bit of time to invest in yourself, to read the past, to journal